Good morning, everyone. Week 2, lesson 1 is about the U.S. Constitution and its parts and how the Constitution was ratified. I thought I would come outside and sit on the porch and film today. I hope that you guys are able to access the videos and get the worksheets that are in view. I put them in view. I opened a Dropbox, and it'll be the same for all the assignments, and the Dropbox is open until May 29th. I realize that families have a lot of things going on, and just because the school system has designated certain days for certain classes doesn't mean that it's convenient for you. So just whenever you get to the videos and whenever you get to the worksheets, just turn them back in. I left the Dropbox open until May 29th. So take your time and get it done when it's convenient for you. Okay, so let's talk about the Constitution. The first part of the Constitution is the introduction, or the preamble. The preamble explains the reasons why the Constitution is being written. I was going to have you memorize it. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. All those things are what our forefathers set out to do in the Constitution. That tells the readers this is what's going to be in the Constitution. Basically, they wanted to create a better union of states than the Articles of Confederation had. They wanted to make sure that our country was at peace. We just came out of war, and they didn't want another war, so they wanted our country to be at peace. Also, they wanted to secure, protect the country and secure all of these blessings, not only for themselves, but their posterity, or generations to come after them. So it wasn't just for them, it was for their children and their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren, down to us and even further. The Constitution is made up of 7 articles. The first article they took from the Articles of Confederation, and that's the legislative branch. So that sets out how laws are to be made, that we have a bicameral legislature, 2 House, the House of Representatives, which is based on representation is based on population. That made the large states happy. And then you have the Senate. The Senate is 2 senators per state, no matter the size, and that made the small states happy. So that's a bicameral, 2 House. It gave Congress specific powers, like the power to tax and raise an army and write peace treaties and deal with foreign nations. But any powers not listed were given to the states. So the states still retained a lot of power. They just weren't as powerful as they used to be. This is giving the national government more powers than they had before. Okay, Article 2 is the executive branch. The executive branch is to carry out the laws, and the president is the head of the executive branch. Article 3 is the judicial branch. The judicial branch is their job is to interpret the laws, and the Supreme Court is the highest court in that branch. There are 9 justices on the Supreme Court, 8 associate justices, and John Roberts is our, gosh, I just forgot, is our, I can't remember the name. Anyway, he's the justice in charge of the Supreme Court. Article 5 lets the Constitution, oh, excuse me, I skipped Article 4. Article 4 requires each state to treat citizens of other states the same as it treats its own citizens, meaning we're basically all in this together. There are no states better than other states. We're going to treat everyone kindly and all get along, I guess you could say. Sorry, I'm readjusting. Article 5 says the Constitution can be changed. The Constitution is changed if 2/3 of Congress agrees and 3/4 of the states. The changes to the articles are called amendments. Amendments will go on the end of the Constitution, and that's something that we're going to talk about in our next lesson. Article 6 says the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and that laws passed by Congress are superior to the laws passed by state governments. Article 7 allows the Constitution to take effect after 9 out of the 13 states vote to accept it. That's already been done, obviously. They voted and the Constitution was ratified pretty quickly thereafter. There were some people who did not want to ratify the Constitution, or ratify means approve, didn't want to approve the Constitution. We needed 9 out of the 13 states to approve it, and eventually all 13 states did. States were given a lot of power in the Articles of Confederation. They still have a lot of power in the U.S. Constitution, but in the years to come, different states will have different needs, and the conflict of these needs is going to lead to trouble. Obviously, you know what's going to happen with the Civil War and things like that. The Constitution of the United States gave Americans a plan of government, but some citizens felt like it was not enough. It wasn't enough because all those personal freedoms that we fought the Revolutionary War for were not mentioned in the Constitution. So George Mason and James Madison got together, and they're going to write a document called the Bill of Rights, and that will be our lesson for Thursday. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Constitution. If you look on page 5 of your notebook, it was the Constitution notes, front and back, and basically everything I talked to you about is on that page. I am going to post that page to view so that you can see it if you don't still have it. And probably one other worksheet. But I hope everyone is doing well and you guys are staying safe and not getting annoying each other too much. My kids are staying busy and we're trying to get things done as best we can. But I miss you all very much, and I wish you the best, and I'll see you soon. Bye.